Hello, YouTube viewers. I'm just wondering if I can see the label of the program so I can copy it. Not sure. So I'm just going to have to wing it with Twitter. I just need to put you down for half a second. And autocorrect is not helping. Almost there. And I'm going to do an exclamation mark. Why not? Okay, guys. So I need just to get a little bit of a drink of water. And then I'm going to show you the cabin. It sleeps 4, and I'm the only one in it. It is reminiscent of Aquafina, reminiscent of the sleeper cameras I had before, even the same kind of yellow linen and this sort of nondescript bamboo, and this little table, which I thought maybe was fold up, but looks like it's stationary. And of course you have your little light. Oh, look, there's a USB charger. Modern convenience. So let me just get up. Okay, so why don't I back out slowly? So this has been, you know, the room has been readied. So that's mine. I'm number 21. That's how you know. And we're in car 8. And so this is considered luxury. I think they have sleepers for 6. And of course the rooms are there and the bathrooms are at either end. Let's look. So you see you have information, how the speed it's going, bathroom sink facilities. This is car number 9. This is the Danang, a part of the Danang railway station. Rules. This is your intrepid dude, Noel Richard or Kandavu on Twitter. And last time we inadvertently filmed somebody, we were in trouble. We got a Karen and she gave us the stink face the entire time because she walked into my live stream. And that person did no read at all. So I don't know if he's mad or doesn't know what I'm talking about or doesn't speak English, which would be very unlikely. Just a good poker face. So here's a little, as you debark from the train, you can get food, you can get snacks, even a card, a cafe card. Not sure how that works, but anyway. Yeah, that's the 10-cent tour. So I do recall this countryside from when I took this train in 2020 from Hanoi to Da Nang. And yeah, it was nice waking up in the morning and then having the countryside just roll by in the wee hours. Are you a cabin roommate?
22.
I'm 21, so 22 is one of these.
Not bad.
So we have to ask permission. Hi, I'm on a live stream.
Oh wow.
Do you speak English?
I do.
Okay. The last time I was here in 2020, I was the first to arrive, and I've been live streaming all over. It's like fun when you're traveling solo,
Okay.
but you kind of have your internet posse with you.
Oh, okay.
And there was a woman who came in later, and I walked in and she looks at me with the stink eye. She had this severe haircut. This was before Karens existed.
Okay. But she was a Karen?
Oh yes. I got the stink eye the entire time. Even when we disembarked, it was like this, like, oh my god, and it was just like a split second. So it's problematic when people walk into and then they don't acquiesce to being filmed. I can understand that. And so, please.
It's okay, I'm cool.
Don't be offended. She's good.
I won't make
All right.
noises. I won't make noises so you can
Good.
hear a little.
No, I had the stink. I swear I had the stink face. And if you listen to her inane story about her life, it's like that's time I'm not going to get back. So, yeah. No, not fun. It was like, oh my god, will she just shut up? Anyway, I don't mean to I get some people say I hold a grudge, but only for very specific.
You always remember them. So this is the second time, or?
In Vietnam, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
How about you?
First time.
And what have you seen? And what do you like the most?
So far, well, I've been to Ho Chi Minh,
Yeah.
Hoi An, and Da Nang
Yeah.
so far, and I still have 4 cities to go.
Okay.
Which one?
Name them. Can you? Can you name
Hue.
them? Yeah, Hue. I love saying Hue. We're going to Hue.
Ninh Binh.
I've been at Tam Quoc.
Really? I heard it's really good. It's really beautiful.
It is because for a lot of things. There is like a flat plateau where you have like rice paddies, but then you have these like mounds that are covered in, and you have temples like that are built into it and caves. And it's also really family friendly. Like if you have kids on a bike, you can let them go because the traffic is such that it'll mow you down. So if you're comfortable on a bike but you don't want to be, Tam Quoc is your place. Oh, there's a lake there, and there are women that row these boats that go like the ceiling of the caverns under the mountains are this high, and you're sitting in the boat and she's rowing, and it's about a 45-minute thing. Must do if you go to Tam Quoc. You're going to Ninh Binh.
Yeah.
So if you're vegetarian, there are a couple of vegetarian eateries right along the lake, easy for you to find. If you happen to see like a roadside duck roasting place and that doesn't offend you, you can say, I want that one.
Okay, I won't be offended if they have ducks.
Well, it's a sacrifice, but somebody's going to do it. I had a story. I brought my drone back in 2020. I brought another one this time, but it downed into a rice paddy. Well, they're smart drones. No, because they write a GPS map. Like could be as many 14 satellites that track it, and it maps like where it went, and then you can kind of get a general idea of where it went down. But when it goes in a rice paddy, you've got like that much water, and you've got these little sprouts, and it's not as simple as say, hey, I'm a privileged asshole traveling tourist, and I just want to traipse all over somebody's rice paddy to find my toy. But there's a way of finessing where everybody gets satisfied. Except I actually had to step over somebody's buried remains in order. Well, it's even more culturally. You take care of your ancestors. You burn ghost money in order to make sure that they're taken care of in the afterlife. This individual's family moved away to another part, and they've never been seen, and so the people that brought me there by bike and were willing to help me, they lent me waders and things. They understood the situation. They said, but we're not going with you. You're on your own. And the other thing was that because people work, like they planting these rice things are planted one at a time. So are you just going to go da-da-da-da-da-da-da? And so there are these tiny little narrow pathways, and you're going and and so I had a kind of idea how far to go this way, and then I'm looking and I don't really see much, like about 500 yards in the middle of that. And then I keep getting closer, and I'm on a live stream, and every because you don't want to fall in the mud with your camera or your phone. So I would go live and say, I think I'm getting closer. And then at some point I saw what was like a crumpled bag of empty crisps.
Okay.
Is that what they say in the UK? Crisp potato chips?
Oh, chips, yeah.
Are you from the UK?
No, I'm from Indonesia, but I went to Australia.
Oh, okay.
Studying, yeah.
Okay. So a bag of chips. And it was my drone that didn't even touch the water. So I
Wow.
kind of have an angel that kind of looks out for like when things really matter. Yeah, I was able to
That's
find
really
it. And it was a fun story because everybody was in on it. They were in on it when it went down, and then they said, now what are you going to do? You know, they were invested. Yes. So that's my Tam Cock story. So me and Tam Cock, we go, you know, we're
You go way
besties.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think I've seen the photos and they do look
Yeah.
really nice. And
Yeah.
so I'm excited.
You can even, that would be a safe place to rent a motor scooter to get
think
to the
so?
village. Yes, because they're little pathways, and you don't have to go fast, and nobody's going to judge you like how slow you are or whatever. Yeah, and
just a
it
bit
would be like the
confused.
safer place in all of Vietnam to be
actually ride.
scootering. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the actual road to the village, if you say in a homestay and it's like maybe 5 minutes away, it's nice to be able to just say, I'm going on my own. And
Just do that,
yeah.
We'll see. I'm a bit lazy, so I think I'm just gonna use one of those tours and stuff.
Okay.
I'm just very
Do you have
lazy.
Grab?
I do. Can we use Grab in Indian?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Check.
I'm not sure.
I know in Hue you can definitely use.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think it's because it's rural. Maybe in the town proper. I don't remember taking a Grab, and I remember having the place. Every place has got a scooter,
Oh, okay.
an automatic, and you know even like a pedal bicycle if you just want that, and it's safe for pedal bicycles.
I went to Hoi An and they had a lot of bikes. They
Okay.
gave it away.
I was 2 days in Hoi An this
Yeah.
time. I only went the daytime in 2020, and
The day
then
trip thing.
yes, and then I saw like at night, but the lanterns and everything, and I'm going, you missed out. So I said this time I got to do it properly. So and actually I've been in Southeast Asia for about 2 months, and it was only when I got to Hoi An and I was taken care of by my hotelier that I actually felt on vacation, like just total relax, and I just let it go. And there was a bonus. My hotelier told me 3 things or 4 things. He says, if you're going to the night market in Hoi An, don't order the handmade ice cream from the night market. You can within the village of the town, but not the night market. Okay.
Is this the one that they're
Yeah.
using
The
on
blaze. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
From inside, yes. Night market, no. Okay. He told me to try the cao lo. Cao lo. It's a kind of a very lean pork slices on thick noodles in a gravy, and some veggies. That's their specialty. I like the thin noodles, so I ate the
Rice noodles? Are they?
yeah, they're like fat linguine, like really thick noodles. I like thinner noodles, and they don't make it because that's how they make it. So I ate everything but the noodles.
Was it good though?
Oh yeah. I haven't had pork that lean. That's how good it was. Like it's just like a very well prepared pork. And there's something called the white rose, which is like a little ravioli with little caramelized onions on top, and then a dipping sauce, and you just like chopstick and dipping on.
I needed to try them. I wanted to try them,
Yeah.
but I didn't get to.
It's from there. And he said I had to go to a particular banh mi place.
Is this the one with Anthony Bourdain?
I didn't know. I just went, and I'm going, and I see this poster, and I'm going, wait a minute.
I know that guy.
Wait a minute. And the thing is that I have a promise to actually live stream from the restaurant where Obama and Anthony went in Hanoi. But I didn't realize that Anthony made several places because there's a lineup, and that's the Anthony effect of the banh mi place.
It's so full. Like a lot of people went there. I went there and it was
And
full.
because, but they were good, so I bought 3. Yeah, and then I ate one on live stream, and I kept 2 for later.
Okay.
I had a beef one, a chicken one, and a pork one.
Oh, okay. So you tried every single thing.
Well, there was a lot more to choose from, but yeah. I know. I sometimes I come off like you only been standing there for like less than 10 minutes, and we've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, but
okay, all right,
had the
tone it
banh mi
down, dial it
yesterday.
back.
I had the banh mi yesterday because I
Yeah.
took a day trip as well. Because I went there. I went there yesterday with a day trip. So we
Yeah.
went to the big pagoda with the lady, and then we went to Marble Mountains and then to Hoi An.
But that's Da Nang, Marble
Yeah,
Mountain.
from Da Nang, yeah. But I stayed there for 3 days as well.
Okay,
In Hoi An.
in Hoi An.
But yesterday it was the only tour that I can get that would actually go to the pagoda and the Marble Mountains at the same time into
Okay,
one day.
I
one
see.
route, so
You mean the Lady Buddha pagoda or a
Yeah.
different? Yeah.
this-
Did you wait at dusk? Because you know
No
it's a
idea.
lot. Okay. Do you know what happens at dusk? The monkeys come out.
There was one yesterday.
For
I was scared
feeding.
of them though, so I think
I know. I'm thinking, they're going to grab your phone and they're vicious little monsters. No, they were really polite. They were toddlers feeding these monkeys, and they had their babies with them, and there was like that amount of trust going on, and it was beautiful because as the sun sets down on Da Nang, they come on those sculpted staircases, and then the people you're not supposed to feed them. There are signs that say you're not, but they do anyways because there are rules and there are rules. I didn't feed them, but I filmed it, and I was like astounded by how polite and well mannered these monkeys were.
Way
Yes.
better than humans though.
Yeah, yeah.
Some human.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went there yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
2:30 or
Okay.
3-ish.
Yeah, because yesterday was overcast and it sucked, and I figured there was no point going to the Lady Buddha.
Yeah, it was okay, I guess, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was a bit cloudy. So we didn't.
I arrived the day before, and my concierge, I call anybody that's behind the desk of the place you stay your concierge because they always give you the best advice. She said, "Are you going to go to the beach?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know yet." She says, "Well, because tomorrow it's going to rain." So I said, "Well, duh,
Then.
you know."
So you went
Don't
to
look
the
a gift horse in the mouth, right? So yeah, but I got my toesies. Like I'm from Montreal, Canada. We have 6-month winters, so you've always got your socks and slippers and stuff. So your feet are always hidden from, so when you go from that to like when your toes are like digging into this beautiful Da Nang sand and the sun's coming out, you kind of get like a natural exfoliation going on, and there's a connection, and then the surf comes and touches your bare feet, and it's like, oh yeah, now I understand. So I loved my afternoon. Like I just arrived by taxi from Hoi An, and got booked in, and then went out to the beach, and then went live streaming, and then had that nice 2-hour walk.
I think the beach is nice. The one.
The Da Nang, the one that just goes like that.
Beach.
I don't know what
Like,
I call it
maybe.
Da Nang Beach
Da Nang
because
Beach, yeah. The big
it
one.
goes along the boulevard that
It's
follows
really
it,
nice. I
and,
went there
and all the
in
high
August.
rises.
My first day here, and
Yes.
there's a lot of people doing a lot of stuff. I think there's more
Sure.
kids swimming as well.
Well, yeah, there are
Yeah.
designated areas where they have a lifeguard, and you're not allowed to go outside where they have the red flags because you don't want to drown and stuff like
But
that.
it's so early. It's like, fuck, I just woke up, and all these people are out here and living their lives.
A lot of Vietnamese wake up pre-dawn to get their exercise because the air quality is better. And I'm not sure, when things get activated, the whole family's awake, then you don't have a spare moment, and everybody's like wanting stuff from you, and so that's the only time when I can just zone and get my chill zone. Don't when the coffee,
time.
when you've gotten that much coffee, now you can talk to me, because otherwise, don't come close.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah. They do wake up earlier in here, I think. And I'm just lazy. I'm on a holiday. I don't care.
Exactly. I'm on vacation. God damn it.
I'm on vacation. I think I'll leave.
And we're off. Yes. So live streamers, and I don't have any people in the chat, which is fine, because that way I haven't been ignoring them this entire time. But they
Is that on
probably.
Facebook or is that YouTube?
No, I've never been on Facebook. I'm too cool for Facebook.
Oh,
End of
right.
story. I've spoken.
Snapchat.
Nope, not on TikTok. This is on YouTube. But there used to be a live streaming platform called Periscope. It was part of Twitter, and they had the best community of people like from all over the world. And so if you were on Periscope and you wanted to know what life was like in Paris, like getting up and walking to places and then finding like the fun places, Periscope was it. Hong Kong, there were people always walking up to the peak and down and buying noodles and doing stuff until, you know, well, and then before that, the government sort of, you know, there were student strikes. Pardon? It was a live streaming app that was part of Twitter, and the thing is, you could go live. Anybody could go live, and what happened is like a lot of like political people also used it because it gave them access, and nobody was like said we're banning you or something to that effect. So it meant that it was like even, you know, and then a lot of people who became like, you know, I'd like to live stream and I'd like to hone my art and then become better as you go. That happened to me as well. And you live vicariously through other people. So when you get a bit of news from a part of the world, because you know that person for the last 2 years, you know it isn't filtered by some kind of news agency or something with an agenda. That was the power of Periscope. And then Jack, the former owner, just pulled the plug after 5 years. But the community is still around. They just kind of, we're waiting for Elon to maybe reactivate it, because it's better.
Do you think that's gonna happen?
It might, because he might say, well, are you willing to pay $100 a year for the subscription? I think all the former keepers would. I would. Yeah. So we have other live streaming apps, but there's just like, it's not like Periscope. It was really, you could go live like that, and then people who knew you would also get a notification, and then you'd have that hiya, and then you would have, it was fast, so you could actually have proper like comedic timing, like when somebody, like if you're in a topic, but then they hit you at the, and then it takes you by surprise because of the speed of the app. It's like, it was great for comedy and for, you know, it didn't matter if you were in Japan and in the UK or wherever. So yeah, it was that good.
That's nice.
It was nice.
Before, but it sounds nice.
Yes. So, YouTube viewers, we are leaving Da Nang, and you might see it's raining. Like, I've been in Southeast Asia for 2 months now, and I think this is the first official day that of rain I've got, so I can't complain. Actually, I was talking to a Brit who arrived today, and he said he's the one who brought the rain with him. So we can blame him, but, you know, I'm not going to hold it against him. Alrighty. And there is a funny smell in here, but no, it's like, no, they kind of they prepare the room, and I don't know if it's they're disinfected, and the combination of like, because there's a lot of rotation and a lot of people's baggage and stuff, I don't know, but there's no smoking. I can smell if there was smoking and people would cheat, so it's not that, it's just, you know, stuff that maybe gets in the fabric or it's hard to get out. But, you know, as long as the door is open and it's circulating, it's not as bad. Because if it was like really humid and hot and yes.
I thought it was the toilet, because I walked in and
No.
I smelled it. I was like,
No, it's in the room. Yeah, it's not the toilet. No.
that's not
Yeah.
the thing.
Okie doke. So, I think it might be a 2-hour train ride. If it's only an hour and 45 minutes or 2 hours and 15 minutes, I don't think anybody's going to hold it against me not being accurate about the length of the train. I kind of like, I can sleep on these trains. I like the sound of the wheels, and if it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you had a long day and you know you're only going to be arriving at some point, let's say 6 in the morning or 8 in the morning, I can tell you for a fact it is possible to fall asleep on a train much easier than even a sleeper bus, because there's something about the movement of a bus on mountain roads that never sits well. But because the train is level and it kind of rocks you like somebody's like rocking you, it somehow puts you to sleep. So just in case you were wondering, night trains are good for that if you really do need a good night's sleep. I would take a night train over a sleeper bus. So, let's see if we can look out the window on the other side. Yes, we can. There we go. So out in the hallway they have a little marquee at the exit, and they probably will tell you how many kilometer per hour we're going. Not that we need to go, that at the moment, because we're not going very fast because we're still in the city proper. But I expect it would go faster once we leave the city. All right. Oh, there's some water there. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut down the broad up later and walk around and maybe use one of the windows. Hopefully the rain will have stopped and the drops on the window won't play with the focus, because we really can't focus on what's on the other side. So you pretty well get an idea of what we're doing. So thank you for coming in, and we'll see you on the next broadcast. Bye for now.